up here. Good dawning, Helene. I see you in the chat there if you're there. I don't know if anybody's in the chat. There might just be a comment that was left. But we'll give it a few minutes and see what we get here. I'm grateful. Welcome if you're new here to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd. My name's Josh and we channel Archangel Raphael and Sage Germain and we do this daily. Helene, I want to thank you, Helene, so much for your kind donation. That was... Thank you. I thought I'd wait till this dawning instead. I saw it last night. But thank you so much. I'm so grateful and appreciate it. We're going to give everybody a few minutes to pile in. Not sure what's going to... See if Millie shows up here or not. See who else we get today. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Grateful, Helen. Grateful, Helene. Thank you when I say Helen. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, somebody else just popped in. Millie, having major phone trouble. Okay, thank you. I appreciate seeing that. All right, blessed, grateful. All right, Mary Brooks, good dawning. All right, this is amazing. Sitting here and just watching you guys pile in, it just makes my universe. Good dawning, Suzette, beautiful soul. Laura, wonderful. Hi, Angela, and how are we doing all? All right, couple of housekeeping things. We're going to give it another minute and let some things pile in. There may be some shifts in the not too distant future with Good Dawning here time-wise, but I know there will be one on Monday. Monday, I need a thumbs up. I know we got a core group in the chat here. Teresa, Good Dawning. Welcome. Hi. Core group in the chat on Tuesday, or Monday, I should say. Can we go live at 8:03 versus 8:33? Is that okay with the group? This is our channel, and I want to make sure that as best as I can, I don't want to alienate my audience. So Monday, I have an appointment at 9:30 in Boulder. If we can go live at 8:03, and I got a thumbs up from Laura, thank you. And I couldn't really change the time. They tried to do it today, but I got to work a double, or tomorrow. So yeah, I appreciate it. Laura, whatever you need, yes, it's fine. Blessings. All right. Good morning, Fatima. Good morning, Angela. All right. Great. Grateful for everybody here, everybody's input here. And sorry, Millie, for your phone issues there. We'll welcome to Mercury retrograde. Millie's having phone issues, and that would definitely be a good centered up Mercury retrograde deal here. And favor. All right. So thank you. Yeah. So Monday then, when I key it up, and it'll probably be Friday, it'll be for 8:03 on Monday, and then we should be back to regular time, at least for the moment. And we'll see what happens here. All right. So grateful for all of you being here. And today is Thursday, and we do John Benny on Thursdays. And since I've got a double shift and could use a few extra minutes, we are going to pile into John Benny again today as well. This week he's been working with pets. Of course, any other clearings and readings that you might want. So if you don't know who John Benny is, and you're watching in the rewind here, and you're like, or replay, and you're like, who's John Benny? John Benny is, I guess he's a friend of the channel. He'll be on the channel at some point. I got to get a hold of him next week. And see what we've got. Again, I'll put out there, if you know anybody who wants to do Tuesday night live next week, we could have Laura back on. I got to get online and get the StreamYards, I think it's what it's called, StreamYards, Streamlabs set up. And so I'll take care of that this weekend as well. Most likely on Sunday when I'm off work, but or Saturday morning. But so yeah. There we go. So we're going to pile over to John today around 9-ish. If you want to join us, I would be fantastic. And we'll put a link in the chat there and certainly see what's... There we go. Exactly, Helene. And again, thank you. Helene left a donation and certainly grateful, and just wanted to give the shout out. Thank you. All right. So from my end here then, we've been doing cord cutting. We've been doing stick it to the wall. And of course, the pyramid from Isis. So today we're going to do some cord cutting. We haven't done cord cutting since Monday. And we're going to, of course, take 5 seconds, or 15 seconds, sorry, to visualize what we've stuck to the wall. If we do that Monday through Friday, if we visualize and hold emotion as best as possible to what we want over the next 90 days. Cricket, good dawning. then we stick it to the wall, so to speak. So once it's there, we can visualize it and hold energetics to it. If you're watching new here, first off, thank you. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell for when I go live. But most importantly, what we're doing is a 90-day project, which you can jump in at any time. You could jump in on the 89th day. It doesn't matter. What we're doing is seeing what we want to see in our universe in 90 days, putting it in our third eye, in our mind, because everything starts in us, and sticking it to the wall, so to speak, energetically speaking. So what we're going to do is, again, revisit that, and we do it generally daily. It only takes 15 seconds of the show, and plus me yammering about it. So if you're new, really just visualize something you want to see in your universe in the not too distant future, put it in a picture frame, and stick it to an interior wall of your house inside your body, in your mind. All right. And it takes 2 seconds or a couple seconds to do that. So now we're going to ground into it real quick. And again, just take a deep breath. We're going to visualize what we want our universe, what we want to see in our universe in the next 90 days. Again, we've already had it stuck to the wall. We're just going to hold it for 15 seconds or so and feel into it, feel the emotion into it in order to bring in what you're looking for. Was it, they say, Dr. Joe Dispenza, hold it for 15 seconds in your third eye. Or Dr. Bruce Lipton's one actually said, hold it for 15 seconds in your third eye or in your mind and feel the emotion of it, and your body will start to shift into what you're looking for. So close your eyes real quick, if you can, if you're driving or on the working with your phone there, in favor to Millie, with issues on your phone, then don't close your eyes. But otherwise, if you can, or maybe you want to close your eyes and visualize your phone being working, we can do that too. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. We're going to center in on what we've stuck to our wall. It's up there on our wall, and we're going to take 15 seconds or so and visualize what we have on our wall and feel into it. And if you don't have anything on your wall, take 5 seconds here real quick and see what you want from your universe in 90 days. It could be as simple as just a check for $1,000, stick it to the wall. All right. Dr. Bruce, Joe, and Bruce, and Greg Brayton, the three amigos. Absolutely. I don't know. Sometimes you just got to think that the universe just went, all right, in order to help this ascension here, we're going to throw this Dr. Dispenza over here, and Dr. Bruce Lipton, and Greg Brayton, and all these. Yeah, because I don't think my ascension wouldn't be the same without Dr. Bruce Lipton or Joe Dispenza, for sure. I don't know about Greg Brayton, but the other two for sure. All right, so take a deep breath, and we'll see our wall. There it is. What do you see in 90 days? Take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing in, feel the emotion of it, and bring it into your heart. All right, in 15 seconds, and breathe out, and go. All right, that's 15 seconds there. So basically the science behind it is if you hold a picture of what you want in your third eye, all fixed. Ooh, blessed. That makes feeling $1,000,000. All right. So if you hold what you're wanting in your third eye or in your mind, your body, and you feel the vibration of it for 15 seconds and you do it daily, your universe, as long as you have no doubts and trust in your universe and yourself that you're worthy of it and that it'll come through. Grand rising, Millie, blessed. That it'll come through. And that's why we do this 15-second exercise. We're helping to push forth. You have to do it on the weekends. We're not going to do good dawning per se to do so. So we hope on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you take 15 whole seconds each day to ground into whatever you want in the next 90 days. Because that's all it takes to reprogram your brain to think that it's coming if you're feeling it, and to think that it's there. The universe energetically has to respond in some form or fashion. May not be exactly what you want, but if you're intending for more money and you say $10,000, you may get 12, or you may get 9, or you may get 8 or 15, but you may get nothing. But that all depends on your energetics. But then you may get the lottery. So, but nonetheless, it's all about your intention and how you're holding it. All right, so we're gonna do some quick cord cutting as well. These are two things that cord cutting, in order to, what they found is the highest way to ascend in order to reach your diamond, your rainbow light body would be to cut cords and hold no cords. Everything you do holds an energetic attachment. So what we're going to do now is real simple. We're just going to do a body cleansing. On Mondays, we cut cords from our immediate family and people who annoy us over the weekend. If you're annoyed, or energetics that annoy us over the weekend that we haven't released. But today we're going to cut just energetics from the universe, like being out in the grocery store and whatnot. Because of course, when we're out there, it's like we're like a magnet, right? So as we walk through the grocery store, all the energetics of the people in the aisle are going to come out. And if they're having a bad day and you pick up on it, shunk, you've reached their vibration, right? Oh, this person's really grumpy. They're having a bad day. Oof, they just dissed the Folgers coffee. What's going on? Who peed in their Cheerios this morning, so to speak. And so as you see that, you grab one of those energetic tendrils. If you notice that, and if somebody's happy, you'll grab that too. That's how your happiness makes other people happy. You bounce along and it leaves that energetic wave with other people. But we also pick up all those negative energy. So we're going to release those as well. And so a lot of this today is just kind of cleaning up a lot of energies. And then we're going to go over to John, and you can get a reading. You can have him clear your energies. He works with dragon light energy as well. He's working with animals this week as well. So whatever is going to work for you. Good morning, Yanxi. I thought you were in there speaking of animals. And Yanxi had Ali done yesterday, although I missed it. I heard the end, like the true end of it. Like, thank you, Yanxi. But that was about, but favor, I could watch it in the rewind. And fast forward. I would not have reached this point without Dr. Joe, Rewired on Gaia. Exactly. And Bruce Lipton on YouTube. Greg Braden on Gaia as well. Greg Braden's great. It's just a little bit of a different tip. He kind of gets a little more into how we're here based on ancient things that shall be discussed on the tube, but nonetheless, we will not be tubing very long. The tube would have to get out of the river if we start discussing these things. 10:44. It's 8:44 here. So, but yes, if you want to watch Greg Braden, he'll give you the scoop on all kinds of where we came from and what's going on and how we got to what's and why things are the way they are and mountains and this and that and all the wacky stuff that they want to keep wacky from us, I should say. But all right, so we're going to cut some cords here. We're going to cut energetics from the universe, just out if you've been to the grocery store. So all we're going to do, and this is a real simple, it's just other energetics we're clearing. And so you can put it on the chalkboard as energetics from the outside universe, negative energies I may have picked up. Good dunning, Bunny, and good morning. And so from our end then, close your eyes. We're going to close our eyes again. And however you want to state it, most likely for myself, it's going to be energetics that I picked up from the outside universe. And I'm going to put it on the chalkboard. So we can do the chalkboard method. There's a couple ways. If you're new here, we're doing energetic cleansing as well, cutting ties. And that's something that we try to do at least 4 times a week. Basically, wherever you go in the universe, you're going to pick up energetic tendrils from other people. And we're using the grocery stores as an example. So if you're in the frozen food section and somebody's complaining about how the packages are getting smaller, you are going to pick up that negativity and walk away and have that stuck to you. Will it affect you? Most likely not, but it is a little bit of dark energy sitting on you. Because you had you may even discuss it. Hey, remember that lady there? She was just ranting about the Stouffer's lean cuisine getting smaller. Or whatever. So there you go. And so that's how that energetic tendril sticks to you. So we're going to cut those things. Maybe you had to go to the DMV. There you go. If you had to get your driver's license or your tags for your car or something, there's a lot of energy that could stick to you. Or if you had to get, for some reason or another, if you had to check out at a Walgreens. Never seems easy. No matter what Walgreens you're at, seems like the craziest thing you got to do is just to check out at a Walgreens. I have no idea why it seems to be the craziest ordeal on the planet, but it generally seems to be. So if you had something like that happen, just go ahead and release it. Maybe you went to a restaurant and it took an hour to get your meal. Or you had to deal with a grumpy waiter. We're going to release those things. All right, so close your eyes. Whatever you feel in your universe, I'm just going to put down negative energies that cross my universe. So basically, I'm bundling like chords, like you're going to bundle up like you're like putting together a stereo and you put the chords together. I'm going to bundle up all those energies. And we're going to cut those cords. So all the negative energies that have stuck to me, you can say it out loud. You can put it on the chalkboard. Either way, you can imagine writing on the sidewalk and spraying it off the hose, write it on paper and throw it away. Whatever works for you. All the negative energies I've collected from other negative from people's negative energies over the past week. So bundle that up. Just like Reiki, right? In Reiki, they do cut the cord. So we do that, and we put on the chalkboard negative energies in my field. Erase. So you just put it on the chalkboard, see yourself writing negative energies in my field, or the whiny lady at the grocery store, or the person who cut you off at the grocery store. There you go. And you put that on the board. Now we're going to erase. All right. Take a deep breath in. We're going to cleanse real quick. We're going to invoke the violet flame. Again, if you're new, just to invoke the violet flame, we work with Saint Germain, of course, because we channel him. So all you got to say is I invoke the violet flame into my field, into my auric field. Really that simple. And call upon the violet flame. So we call upon the violet flame and invoke the violet flame. Shoof. And of course, if you've been with us, the violet flame is here. Good dunning, Viviani. And all you have to do is turn up the violet flame. We are going to be diving over to John in about 15 minutes. So if anybody wants to, when it gets closer to 9, put his information in the chat, that would be blessed. So turn up your violet flame. Remember, everybody who's been watching, and if you're new here, all you got to do is invoke it. We're invoking the violet flame. Once it's invoked, just don't turn it off. Imagine a dial. Saint Germain's giving you a dial, and you can turn it up or down. So right now, the pilot light is 0. You can leave it at generally at 3. We're going to turn it up to 7. So turn up your violet flame to about 7, and we're going to watch the violet flame spin around us, and we're going to cleanse the energies from what we cord cutted, what we cut from our cords. So we're clearing the energies, and you can change the violet flame. I'm going to turn mine down to 3, and we're going to bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain for a channeling. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good dunning, and welcome. Welcome to Good Dunning with Mr. Floyd. Mr. Floyd being Josh, and we are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we are channeling from Josh to you, through him, for you. There we go. We say generally the same thing in the Dunning, so you know that we are here for you today, on this Thursday. So yes, we are the day you decided to worship Thor. There you go. You could channel Thor if you wanted to, but it has not come through. So it would be another crazy energy channeling like Archangel Michael, so to speak, Archangel. Yeah, you really want to channel Thor. It would be like the hammer. It would be heavy day. But nonetheless, we are grateful that you are here, and we are grateful for your universe. And we are talking about energetics, and we are going to obviously I keep this too long. And of course, on the moon day, Josh has an appointment. So he's going to start this at 8:03, 10:03, 7:03 instead of 10:33. So we are grateful that you are in understanding of that, and there may be a permanent. There may have to be a permanent time change to this. We do not know yet, but we are working towards new things in our universes that are going to propel us forward and make things even more grand. So we are going to see what happens here. But nonetheless, we are grateful that you are here, and we're going to talk about why we do the energetic card cutting. We have not really discussed that, why we are doing what we are doing. You understand the sticking it to the wall, so to speak. If you hold it in your frame, then your frame becomes what you have stuck to the wall, so to speak. But from our end, why are we doing the card cutting? What is the big deal about that? And why are we trying to bundle these cards up? What are you seeing then? You are bundling these cards up. What does that mean? If you are new here especially, why are we seeing card cutting, and what are we doing? And can you do this on your own? Of course, we have kind of discussed this before to an extent, but we are going to just lay it out as straight as possible. So if you made a whole video just on this alone, it would be energetic card cutting. So from your end, if you are walking around in your universe, per se, and as you walk around, you are like a Hoover vacuum cleaner of energy. We are going to repeat that. Wherever you go, you are like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. You are walking around, all the energies, right? We make crazy sound effects here as well. So all the energies, right? They come to you like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. So you're walking down the street, down the aisle, the frozen food aisle, and you are walking down, and the grocery store is full of people, right? And you are going down the grocery store, frozen food aisle. Most energies are just there. They're just going to be there. But if there's loud people, right, negative energies, or even really happy energies, most energies are just at the grocery store. They're not projecting their energies, right? They're just there. They're looking at these stofers. They are buying their lean cuisines, and they are moving on with their ready food in their universe. But if they are in their trauma body, or they are excitable, then they are projecting their energies, right? So holy cow, look, these stofers lean cuisines are half-sized. They are shrinkflationing you, so to speak, right? So you know it's shrinkflation when they make the package smaller. So in this case, somebody is davishing about the shrinkflation. She is screaming in the aisle. Well, you're going to pick up those energetics. You walk right past her. Her energetics are going to smack right into you, like you get T-boned like a car. So you are getting T-boned, so to speak, by her yelling about the Stouffer's Lean Cuisine losing 2 ounces on the packaging, so to speak. So there you go. You may be healthier if you lost 2 ounces on the Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, but we don't need to go there. Prepackaged foods. But nonetheless, it is better than nothing. If you have no food at all, it is way better, but it's going to be prepackaged, and how much of it is real food versus chemicals that are concocted together, so to speak. If you want to eat a concoction, that is fine. Saint Germain is the grand alchemist, but he does not want to alchemize with his food. That is a whole nother story. For sure, we are not looking to see the most chemical alchemized concoction we can eat. That is definitely not the case. But nonetheless, if you are listening to the woman davishing, and you're not even listening, you are just driving past, right? So you have your shopping cart, and you are pushing past davishing Stouffer's lady. We are going to call her the davishing Stouffer's lady. Really, she is in a deeper trauma than seeing 2 ounces disappear from her Stouffer's Lean Cuisine mac and cheese, right? But nonetheless, she is davishing about that. So and she has every right to be upset. The price has not changed, but she has lost 2 ounces of 10, 14 ounces, whatever the size of your food was. So she has lost some weight on her food. But it could help her to lose weight too. You never know. But nonetheless, you are going to pick up those energies. She's going to be throwing her complaints about lean cuisine and Stouffer's out into the aisle, right? For free energy. You have now free energy of her negativity floating in the aisle. You are driving past. So she is standing right here, and you are pushing your car past. Her energy is going to smack you right upside the head, so to speak. You're going to absorb that. You're going to hear it. You're going to drive past it. Your auric field, as you are moving past her, will actually shift. If we could measure your energetic field as you are driving past complaining Sally over her lean cuisines getting smaller, then you would see, as you are hearing her going about the lean cuisines as you are driving past, and it's hitting your energetic field, your auric field goes whoop. It may go back up as you pass her. It depends on if you are holding the energetics of, my Stouffer's Lean Cuisine has gotten smaller, and you are going to drive into it, or if you just go, so to speak, and push it off. It's still going to land on you. That's why we cut the cards. You do not want to carry whiny Stouffer's Lean Cuisine energy with you into the next unit of your life, wherever you're going. When you are leaving the store into the next folder, chapter of your universe, or chapter of your universe, so to speak. So if you're at the grocery store and you have whiny woman talking about, or whiny man talking about how the packaging is getting smaller, and you are driving past, you are picking up those energetic tendrils. Do you want to carry that around? You are collecting energetic tendrils. You move into the next aisle, and there is a screaming child. Your empathy is going to go up. Your cortisol levels are going to go up, right? Because you are seeing a screaming child, so you want to help. That is how human nature works. If you see somebody screaming and crying, you are going to want to help. It's going to put you into a flight or fight kind of energy. Again, you are picking up more energetic tendrils, and you are just pushing a cart around the grocery store. Perfect. There's John Benny there in the chat, and we are going to leave here shortly to go to him. We are supporting him, but we are not dishing Tuesdays or Thursdays, but they are going to be maybe a little shorter, because we go 45 minutes or an hour certain days. So it is about balance, right? So if we have a couple of shorter days, you have a better universe too. But we don't know how long the show may be backing. Lots of things may change here, but that is for the good, but positive. We are not getting rid of good dawning. It just may have to shift time. But nonetheless, so we are getting you prepared for the possibility of that. But nonetheless, it would be earlier, never later. Nonetheless, in your universe, then, as you are going around the aisle after you have screamed the screaming person over the shrinkage in the package from Stouffer's, and you are going around the aisle. Oh, and just as a notice, if you did not know, Kellogg's, if you are eating Pop-Tarts in your universe, they are sold. They're no longer Kellogg's Pop-Tarts. They are now owned by M&M Mars. There you go. So all these snack foods that say Kellogg's on the side are no longer owned by Kellogg's. They sold all their junk food to M&M Mars Corporation. Just read that this morning. So when you look on the side of your next box of Pop-Tarts, it'll say M&M Mars. The Kellogg's logo will be wiped away. Just like the energetics of the lady who is upset about, or the person who is upset about the package getting smaller and losing 2 ounces, but still having to pay the same amount of money. It is a rip-off. When you get that happens, they are ripping you up. They are giving you the same. Yesterday, you could have got the larger package. Today, nope, you get the smaller package for the same amount. You have a right to be upset, but you have a right to dovish about it. Because your energetics have to go to everybody. So if you want to dovish about it in your universe, you are going to throw that garbage energy. Not say garbage, it's your energy, but the heavier garbage, you're sticking that to everybody else who is walking down the aisle. You might go home and even stick it to your wife or your husband if you are just complaining, and then you take it to your dentist or your doctor, or you might take it to your best friend if you're eating lunch. Did you know that the package got smaller? So you are still standing in the grocery store. It's all about energetics. That's what we are trying to get at. If you could see our universe not as a moving your fleshy body, but moving energetics around, like the 3-cup Monty, so to speak, where you are in the Vegas, where they put you on the street, right? They put the marble and then they move the cups around. You never win, but nonetheless, think of your energetics that way, always moving around, right? So you have to think of it that way. Move your energetics like the 3-cup Monty, and you could find a way different way in your universe if you are leaning in every action you do as your energetics. So if you whip around the corner in the grocery store and then you see the screaming kid who wants ice cream, there we go. We are in the frozen section, right? So you come from the entrees to the ice cream, which again, you are going from non-food to even worse non-food, right? You eat ice cream, your thyroid just goes, your pancreas goes, and of course, your blood sugar goes. If you do it once in a while, it is okay. But if you were eating pints of ice cream, you could really send your body into all kinds of chemical whack, so to speak. But nonetheless, if you are in the ice cream aisle and you're seeing Timmy screaming for his ice cream, he wants the Snickers ice cream, and he's screaming, you're going to pick up that energetics too, and it's going to drive you nuts, right? The energy of him screaming is going to get into you and push you, driving you nuts. And you are going to carry that. Then you are going to be frustrated because now your energetics are getting lowered at the grocery store. You have the davishing person who is upset about the stuffers getting smaller. Then you have Timmy over there screaming that he is not getting his ice cream, or whining for ice cream to his parents, and his parents are yelling back at Timmy instead of understanding that it's a misplaced traumatic need or something, or maybe he's feeling that if he gets the ice cream, he feels worthy, right? So if he says no ice cream, then he has no worthiness in his soul. So we don't know, but nonetheless, you are going to carry the worthiness of Timmy in your field. So this is why we do the card cutting, because even going to the grocery store is an exercise in swimming through energetics. Really, that's all your universe is. You are swimming through others' energetics, and you are projecting your energetics that they have to swim through as well. So you don't want to, if you get out of the pool, you rinse the chlorine off of you, correct? You don't go home and bask in the chlorine and go, I smell like the pool, and 2 days later, I'm not going to shower. I love the pool smell. No, you generally just go home, you take a shower. Cleanse the pool. That is why we cleanse ourselves. Even if you go to the grocery store, you pick up all those energies. Now you could go around the next aisle and find somebody who's like, ooh, it's on sale. Woohoo! I saved $2. I need to buy 10 of these, right? Because I can save a lot of money. I use a lot of tomato paste in a tube. And there you go. So they're on sale for $2 off. So in that case, then they buy 10 and they are just ecstatic. You are going to pick up that energy too. So the ecstatic energy of the tomato paste on sale is going to translate, and you're going to be like, woohoo, that felt great. So keep that in mind. Your energetics transmit, and people are going to feel based on your transmission of your energetics as well. I just adore ice cream. Who doesn't adore ice cream? Let's be honest. We all adore. We generally adore the things that are the worst for us. You're not going to see like, I adore eating, let's see, carrots all the time. No, but you might see somebody say, I adore eating potato chips instead of carrots. There you go. But nonetheless, you might adore carrots as well. But we tend to adore, the things that we tend to adore the most are the things that aren't generally the best for us. But ice cream can be the best. Ice cream, honestly, if you are eating ice cream is two functions, right? As food. It's a food item, but it doesn't give you anything but taste, right? It's a food item based on your senses. It's really to set off pleasure senses in your brain, but nonetheless. And then, of course, the other thing with ice cream, of course, is that, you can, for yourself, you can use it for, people use ice cream for like celebrations and stuff as well. So you could use it that way too. So ice cream has different, you are using ice cream, people also use ice cream. Keep in mind, for the worst days, I had the worst day ever. So I need a pint of Haagen-Dazs. You would see that in a lot of movies from the 90s, right? Haagen-Dazs must have sponsored a lot of people, and they must They must realize that people are eating them because energetically they need to raise their cortisol or the sugar. So they eat the sugar and you raise your blood sugar, but then you have the crash. So after 6 hours after you eat your Haagen-Dazs, you are at the floor like, oof, I feel terrible because the sugar just poof, nonetheless. But there you go. But ice cream, it can be an amazing food. All these foods that you have are amazing. It's how you see it. Even having a beer, it is alchemy. It is amazing that you can put together. You can take wheat and barley, and you can put it in this tank and fill some water into it and stir it around and put active yeast in this and alchemy. It's amazing what we are doing, what you can do. Are we saying you should drink a lot of it? No, but if you have one, like we are saying with the ice cream, if you find balance in your universe, you are all right. It's like balancing your energies. How angry, you need to balance your anger with your happiness, your darkness with your light. That is why we work with Sekhmet. So you find the balance in your universe. If you do not address your dark energies, you cannot just be all light. It does not work that way. And you will be lying to yourself in your own ascension. But that's okay. You can do that if you want. But if you don't integrate your shadow, or at least accept your shadow, you don't even have to integrate. If you can turn with your shadow, with the one thing that you do that shames you the most, right? Whatever that is. You put that in your third eye. You know it immediately. Whatever you are doing, and if you are perfect and pious in your universe, then awesome to you. Absolutely. But if you have that one thing that you do behind closed doors, you don't want people to know, whatever it is in your universe, if you can integrate that and take the shame away from that, that is why you work with Sekhmet, right? You take the shame away from that. You take the guilty feelings away from that. You integrate it. You don't try to throw it away. It's not who I'm going to be anymore. I'm throwing away my energetics. We don't do that anymore. You integrate it. You say, this is part of who I'm going to be, who I've been. If I'm not going to get rid of it, then I integrate it into me as a whole, and I accept it without shame. That is the difference that you have in your universe when you are doing that. If you are not, then you're going to be in shame whenever you are doing what you're not integrating. And that is why we work with Sekhmet. There's nothing wrong with what you are doing. You are not. There's nothing wrong with anything per se. If you are not harming somebody physically otherwise, you're not stabbing them in the gut, blowing crack cocaine smoke in their face, so to speak, then you are not harming somebody. If you are not creating a situation where they cannot eat or whatever, injecting negative energetics into their universe, then we do not care, really. You are not. You choose what you do in your toroidal field. It'll just create your universe. There you go. But it'll create the larger universe as well. Generally speaking, if you are blowing crack cocaine smoke into somebody's face, you're going to bring down your universe in the larger source field. But nonetheless, it is your choice. But that is what we are trying to understand. Why we cut the cards. It's all energetics. You carry it all around with you. There you go. So when you are going around, you're like the Hoover vacuum cleaner, sucking up all the energies. Cleanse yourself. You could use Palo Santo as well, of course, but that doesn't cleanse the actions, what you heard, or what you had to deal with. We aren't going to stay too much longer. We're going to pile into Johns. But nonetheless, we are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled. Since Josh is now semi-conscious or more conscious channel, he can see the chat, he can look at his watch and such stuff. As long as it's not too bright. We are not going to go, you're not going to see Josh with a live, wide open channeling, eyes wide open in the beach, because it's too bright, right? The sun coming down way too much. But nonetheless, we are grateful that you are here. When you go out into your universe, wherever it is, and if you are in like a casino, for example, you're going to find a lot of scammy, darker energy. Make sure you cut those cards. If you are in a used car lot, I'm not saying used car lot salesmen are good or bad, no judgment. But you might find the energetics to be a little heavy, right? Cut the cards. Clear it. You can do it right when you leave. I am at the casino. I had to go to a casino. Maybe a friend had a party at the casino. You don't generally want to energetically toss your money away. But you never know, right? But nonetheless, so you go to the casino for your friend's birthday and you meet there and you take $50 and that's it. And you spend your $50. You have all that energetics of people being angry at the machine and whatnot and drinking a lot, and you might even be having to go to the smoking section if there's one, or outside and hang with your friends and smoke. And so you want to clear all that, you are not smoking, but nonetheless, you're moving into the energetics of where the smokers are hanging. There you go. So nonetheless, you want to clear all those cards, right? Most likely, you don't want to go into a casino and then walk out and be like, I am clean. I'm going to go sign contracts now. Generally not the best idea, right? You walk out of a casino, you will feel dirty, right? We're not going to lie. You're not even dirty. It's just like, that kind of energy. That's why you cut the cards. It's real simple. I was in the casino. All the goofy ass energy from the casino. And simple as that. You could just write it on the chalkboard. Goofy ass casino energy. And erase it. Do it in real time. You go to the grocery store. If you have targeted, the lady screaming about stuffers, or the Timmy screaming about not getting his Snickers ice cream bars. So they will not frustrate you so much. You remove it energetically from your field. You ain't understanding. This is how it works. It's all communication energetically. Releasing transmission. There we go. Yeah. All right. So, so when you go to the grocery store, and Timmy's screaming about not getting his Snickers ice cream bars there, you're going to get frustrated. It's going to stick. Just erase it. Calgon, take me away, so to speak, right? Just erase it. All right, there you go. I love you guys. Grateful you guys are here. Monday we're going to be at 8:03 instead of 8:33 since I have an appointment. But then we'll go back to Tuesday at the regular time. I don't have anybody lined up for Tuesday night yet, and I got to work on streams, so I might do Tuesday as just blank, and then like a regular channeling, and then work as I'm working on the StreamYards and getting all that set. If it's StreamYards or Streamlabs, and getting all that set up as well. If it's easy setup, then there we go. Then maybe we'll have Laura back if she's available. But let me see what I can do about the setting up of StreamYards first and get that all set. All right, so it's all learning, and this is great. That's why you're on Earth, right? So what are you doing in your universe that makes you have to break out of your box? So you have to learn. Maybe we'll get to that tomorrow. St. Germain wants to talk about that. Yes, what are you doing? Do something today to break out of your box, whatever it is. Break out of your universe. We want you to do one thing different. If you normally blow your nose with a tissue, you can blow your nose with a paper towel even. Just something different. There you go. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end this here. Thank you all so much. If you feel so inclined, and we'll be grateful, I'll pile on over to John Benny. And otherwise, we will see you tomorrow and the next. I'm going to go and film ISIS right now. Much love. Thank you.